Anyway, let's watch it. Massive flop! Uh-oh. Stinky.
It's Highguard launch day, and the game's only been out for a number of hours now. And I was curious to see both the gameplay and some public sentiment on this game already, so I went to some...
I was willing to give the benefit of the doubt and give it at least a day before I put on some judgment. Judging by the Steam charts, it is not bueno.
One of the top most viewed streamers for Highguard this morning, taking a look at both their gameplay and also hoping to find their opinions and also see what the chat was saying about this. And spoiler alert, it's not looking good at all for this game. And so in this video, we'll take a look at the opinions of some of the most watched streamers who have streamed this game today, that being streamers like Tim the Tatman, Flats, Necro, Stokey Bird, and Boger. And I will put timestamps there for you to make it convenient for you to skip around if you'd like. Before we get into that though, some analytical information, some data about this game. And so far, that's also looking horrible. What's really crazy is the player count for this game is already declining on launch day. The player retention is really bad for this game.
I want to look at Marvel Rivals launch day.
Peak player count, which of course is the peak for today too, since it just came out, was 97K. And it's already been dropping all the way down to 54K as of recording. Now,
right now it's a 10. Oh.
Generally, on a launch day for a game, the player count progresses throughout the day as people get off work, get out of school, etc., download, install the game. Thing, yep. And then in the coming days and weeks, it's a question of how much. Peak
prime time in America is generally, I want to say like 3 p.m. Not 3 p.m. Pacific. Yeah, like 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Pacific up until like 9 p.m. Pacific. That's prime time in America. And also people from the EU play at different times, obviously. But there is a little bit of an overlap.
That player count can retain those levels. But for Highguard, on launch day, within hours, they're already dropping significantly. I mean, 97K to 54K, that's terrible.
That's bad.
And it might keep getting worse as the day progresses.
They started with 100K almost. Let's just round it up to 100K. After a whole day, it's dropped by half. I don't know if you can see this. I'm not looking. Hold on. Yeah, like after a whole day, like see that one? Let's take this. I'm pointing with my ears. Just bear with me. It's right here. It's 7. And then this is 12 hours later. That is not good. That is bad.
And then there's the review score, which as you can see, only has about 20% giving it a thumbs up, meaning about 80% of the reviews are negative. That gives it an...
Oh, it's 3 hours? Wait, am I stupid? Oh, yeah, I'm stupid. I thought this was the next day. I'm completely spaced out. You're completely right. This is 3 hours. That's even worse than I thought.
To 54K, that's terrible. And it might keep getting worse as the day progresses. And then there's the review score, which as you can see, only has about 20% giving it a thumbs up.
Yikes.
Meaning about 80% of the reviews are negative. That gives it an overwhelmingly negative review score on Steam. And then this is just hilarious.
Yikes.
So the official Highguard trailer was posted on their official channel here on youtube.com just a few hours ago this morning.
That is
terrible. And they had instantly locked the comments. So that's not exactly a show of confidence from the Highguard team. Really quick, I want to mention the memes and jokes about this game being Concord 2. I think they're funny, but like, let's be real. Concord, as bad as Highguard's looking right now, and it is looking pretty dang bad. Not even just like subjectively, but like the analytical data is horrible. But it is also a far cry from how bad Concord is. That's also objective. I mean, what did that game have at launch?
Yes.
I think it was under...
I think it was, it launched at 30K and then it died pretty much immediately on the day that it launched. And the funniest part, there was like a pay-to-play weekend on Concord, and it was higher than when it went free-to-play the next weekend, which is so bad if you think about it. People didn't even want to play it when it was free.
Under 2,500 players? Hold on, let me check that really quick. Yeah, so the beta peaked at around 2,400 players, and I'm even rounding that up. I'm being nice.
God.
It's even worse than that.
Oh my god, it's even worse than I thought. Well, you also have to take into account it was a PS5 game. It was a Sony game. I'm pretty sure, no? Concord? It was a Sony game, so they still had console players, but I still think even if you doubled or tripled it, it would still be terrible.
And then the Concord all-time peak was 697 concurrent players. That is just insane.
Yeah.
But I thought it was interesting how some of these corpo journalists like Jason Schreier, who were shilling for Concord, if I recall, and shilling for Veilguard and games like that, DI slop games. Well, he was really running with the memes of Highguard being Concord too. And again, they were funny memes, but it felt disingenuous coming from that dude. It felt like him and some other corpo journalists were trying to make people forget just how bad Concord is, or was, I should say.
Jason Schreier has been around for a long time, and I really did like a lot of his critiques on Blizzard, and it did actually come true with what he was reporting and stuff. It's just that all of that goodwill got pissed away over time in the last, I want to say, 3 to 4 years by him just saying dumb shit on Twitter. Because I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, I thought it was actually really, really fascinating how he was right a lot about all of the Blizzard collapses, them getting treated like shit, and then the lawsuit came out. So he was completely right about that. And now he just ran to Blue Sky and started being a fucking little weenie over there. Used to be a good journalist. Yeah, I think he pissed it all away.
He really didn't like people criticizing the very obvious DI aspects for that game. And while Concord certainly had a vast number of issues, not just the DI aspects, they were certainly a fact.
He knew about all the stuff for years and didn't say anything. No, he did say stuff. It's just that you can't report something and then risk getting sued. That's the biggest problem with accusations like that. You can't just randomly make a journalist piece and not have people come after you. You have to have journalistic integrity and also think oh fuck, what if I get fucked up because of it? So I don't know. I think it's a double-edged sword.
And these people that are all for that, trying to make us forget how bad Concord was. I'm just saying I'm not falling for that. But enough about Concord. Let's move on to Highguard, because there's still a lot to talk about now. Here's a very quick list of pros and cons I've seen people making about this game. I have not played the game. I had some friends talk about it in Discord yesterday. They said it was an amalgamation of Battlefield, Fortnite, a little bit of Apex. I'm surprised it's Fortnite. It was Overwatch and Rainbow Six. If you want to play all those games at the same time, this game's for you, for sure. The stuff people like is the sound design. Yeah. They say that the sound effects too are okay. Yeah. They like that it's free to play, but in my opinion, there's much better free to play games out there anyways.
Yeah, like Marvel.
And then they like that the game is only 21 gigabytes. That's it for the pros.
That's it?
The cons, people are saying stuff like the map is too big for 3v3. The whole thing is generic and boring, that no one asked for this or wants it. The whole thing is too repetitive. People don't like the graphics. And
if the game came out in 2016 or 2018, it actually probably would have done a lot better, because all the games that they basically ripped off of would have been not in the ballpark that they are now. They're competing in a market where everything is already made, and they're trying to be an amalgamation of all of it.
Say the optimization is terrible.
Guys, focus! Stop looking at Mantis's ass!
That the maps are boring, the weapons are boring, the gameplay and movement is worse than other similar games like Apex, that the characters are bland. And throughout all the streams I went to, it seems like people in the chats unanimously all thought this game was pretty dang boring to watch. They didn't enjoy watching this game. Yeah. Now, with all that context, let's take a look at what streamers are saying about this game from their experience playing.
I watched Shroud play it for 5 minutes, and I was like, damn, this is boring. I'm gonna go watch Kingsman play or something.
In it today, starting with Tim the Tap Man, who was playing with a friend of his. So they had 2 people in his team, and then the third one was a random fill for the lobby, because these games, by the way, are 3v3 only so far, and they get this random person who joins their game on their team. And this guy thought that game was so boring that he actually quit mid-match and apparently just uninstalled.
Oh my god, it's Tim the Tap Man.
I saw it locked and then you died. And now me and this other guy have to stop the shield breaker.
Hey guys, I'm sorry. This game is very, very boring. I'm gonna leave.
Oh, he's gonna leave.
Alright, our random?
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna leave?
I'm sorry, dude.
Bro.
At least he apologized. Yeah, he didn't just DC. He just I'm sorry, guys.
I don't know. This game is...
Yo,
Bro, are you okay?
One game and he's out, dude. Yo.
The maps are massive. It's actually kind of insane. I thought maybe it would be like a battleground with like, I wanted to say like fucking 10 people on each side. That would have filled it out a lot more.
He played one game and he's like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, look at how
It doesn't
fucking
seem
big
like
this
that
map
dude
is,
who
man.
was bored after one game was like, nah, go use my time for something else. It doesn't seem like that was a unique opinion. As mentioned, the player count has already gone from like 95k to 65k. That is not something they want to be seeing on launch day. Definitely not. I mean, I'm recording this video still too. By the time this is uploaded and you watch it, the player count might be even less. Not
Are way ahead of you, sir. Way ahead of you. Way ahead of you. We're at barely we're scraping to 18k. It's over, man.
a great start, that's for sure.
Yikes.
And then just now I went to Boger's stream, and actually perfect timing because he had something to say about that dude leaving the game. He also gave his opinion on the game thus far, and yeah, it doesn't really seem like he's enjoying it all that much, to say the least.
I'm not done, bro. I still got another one in me. I got another one. I mean, I have 40 more minutes, so I might as well just play a bit. More gunplay than spamming abilities? Yeah, for sure. I mean, it reminds me of Apex. It's just Apex. It's just Apex without the good stuff. That's the thing.
Stop!
It's just
Look
Apex without
at
the goods. Like, like what?
He's right.
Like it's the gunplay is worse. The movement is worse.
Mm-hmm.
The items are worse.
I liked watching VTubers and other people play Apex. Like, the movement's very clean, in my opinion. And there's like a skill ceiling to it, which is really cool.
Weapons in Apex are so cool. Weapons in this game are so bland. I really like the weapons in Apex. Like, they all feel...
And you can criticize and say that, like, oh, that's a dumb thing to criticize them for, but that's actually a really valid thing to criticize, because you're looking at fucking your weapons in your hand and your peripheral in your, like, first-person view the whole fucking time you're playing the game. It's really important. Like, you have to have appealing-looking weapons. And it can't be, like, too distracting either.
really unique.
Yeah.
And really cool to use. The guns here feel so bland.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do the same movement tech, I think.
Someone in his chat says like 4 weapons in the game.
Characters
That
are
is
bland. Weapons are
really
bland.
boring.
Maps are bland.
There's only 12 guns? Dude, doesn't Killing Floor have like 15 guns? And that's not a fucking hero shooter, bro. That's crazy. Not enough players returning to lobby. Oh, fuck,
There's
dude.
nothing to do in the map except mine.
Oh, it's like Fortnite.
Like, I don't know who was this game created for. Like, who do you make this game for? Right? Like, who do you play this game for? What's up, Kaiji?
Oh my god, this game has 12 weapons. You guys want to know how many weapons Killing Floor has? Not excluding like all the combinations. There's unique weapons. There's 100 unique weapons. But if you really want to narrow it down, each spec has like between 11 and 17 weapons. That's insane. Like, how bad is that? This is a fucking hero shooter. Like, Killing Floor is just a multiplayer shooter.
Like, who do you make this game for?
That's sad.
The Apex crowd?
No, why would they play this shit? They would just play Apex, bro. Yeah.
Hero shooters. The Apex crowd? Apex is not playing this game. Like, who do you make this game for? Tim Dama and Ninja's teammate wanted to quit High Guard after not playing a full game. Bro. I don't blame him. I don't blame them. When did I not play? I didn't play this.
It sounds like that comment may have actually been about Tim the Tap Man, not that random that they got matched with anyways, who also quit the game.
Yeah, he quit, yep.
That comment made it sound like Tim also wanted to quit the game. That could be the case. As mentioned, I haven't spent that much time on these streams. You know, I'm trying to get as much info as I can, as quickly as I can here for this video to come out today. But yeah, you know, wouldn't surprise me from what I've been seeing if that's also the case. That takes us to Doki Bird's first impressions.
Doki! I love Doki.
Is it overwhelmingly negative? Because, like, I think like I think it's because like it's not a solo queue experience. I can tell why it's negative just because it's not a solo queue experience. It's only for like, because like if you look at other Apex, you can solo queue it because there's like a lot of movement tech you can do. Because it's like, if it's like Siege, if it's like,
I would take her opinion seriously because she is kind of like the VTuber first person shooter person. Like she loves that shit.
Siege, then it's more fun when you're like in a team or if you're stacking it.
Yeah.
And stuff. Oh, it's kicking people out and time to get into servers. Also that too, yeah. People are still queuing, so it's expected. But like, I wouldn't say it's like bad. I wouldn't say this is a bad game. I think if it's maybe if it's like 3v3v3, maybe it'd be better.
That's the biggest complaint I've heard so far from people that actually played it. It's just running around. There's not enough things to do. And then when something does happen, it's like, oh, yeah, game's over pretty much. Like instantly, there's no clutching or anything.
3v3 seems too compact for such a big ass map.
Yeah, you're running around a lot.
In the trailer, it felt like I was gonna play with like more people. The footsteps are... It's very esporty. I will say this can have an esport game. It can get like intense esport wise. Because Rainbow Six Siege, even though like the casuals don't play, it's not a casual game.
No, it's not.
This is not casual coded. I think that's the biggest problem. This game is not casual coded for people.
I am a keeper of trees.
I think. Yeah. It doesn't feel casual for casuals. It feels like it's more so like for the hardcore gamers.
And that niche has already been filled, and that's going to make it fail. You can't make a game exclusively for esports. There's been so many games that were like made by companies that were like, yeah, we're gonna brand ourselves and we're gonna force esports down their throat. That's not how it works. Did you not see Heroes of the Storm? Like Blizzard investing hundreds and thousands of dollars into the esport, and nobody gave a fuck because it was a really nice casual game and there was no reason for people to play professionally.
Competitive gamers, the rank for this might thrive. I think rank wise, this game can thrive, and it's more like more for more competitive stuff. But not for the...
I disagree. I think you could just play Apex or like Rainbow Six Siege. And also, like, you can fight better players because they've been playing the game for a longer time. This game's not anything unique or special. Like, why would you invest into learning this game and having to relearn all these mechanics where you could just go and play, I don't know, fucking CSGO?
Casuals.
And then that takes us to Flats. This is interesting because I caught Flats' opinion about, I think, one game into it. And then I went back to him just now, and here's his opinions after the day of streaming. The day being, you know, really this first half of the day. But you know my point, for his stream, right? So his opinion seems to have gotten worse the more he played. Spoiler alert.
Okay. He did say be right back? Okay. Yeah, I played one match too. I didn't think it was bad.
Flats? I thought, is he like Seagull? There's like a Seagull guy that played Overwatch.
I didn't think it was bad at all.
Or did he rebrand?
But,
same guy?
I wasn't blown away with the first game.
As mentioned,
if you're not like in turbo invested into the fun when you're playing the game for the first time, it's actually already over, dude. They're
went
friends.
On to play more
oh,
games,
he plays with
and
Seagull.
as the stream ended,
okay, I know who he is.
He had
then.
this to say.
I have an idea.
I'm sorry. I can't. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. All right, well, hey, Fitzy, it was good seeing you. I haven't seen you forever. I hope you've been good though. But I'm gonna hop off. So, all right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
GG's, bye.
All right, Chad, dude, I listen. I genuinely listen. I'm the type of person who always will give a game a good shot. And in the beginning of the stream, before the game even came out, I was telling people like, bro, stop spamming. This game's gonna be dead on arrival. Stop spamming. This game is dog shit. Stop spamming. Whatever. We haven't even downloaded the game, dude. Like, it's don't.
That's so bad. I want to see him saying that and then be like, I don't want to play this anymore.
Do that. It's stupid. And then after like 5 games, man, I'm good. I'm actually all set on that. If you want to know why, I think the way I think on this, I'll summarize it here. 1, there's obviously the server issues, but like that happens on a day 1. 2, there's only 8.
Yeah, I can completely dismiss that because every game has issues like that. You can't predict what kind of server overloads you can have. Even if you run a beta test and like you have like a free server weekend or something, it doesn't matter. Yeah, for sure. You can make estimates, but you're never gonna get like an expectation, like a 100% expectation.
Characters, but like they don't really have like a soul. There's like 1 or 2 characters that look interesting. Gunplay actually feels really good, but the problem is the team fights feel shit. So the gunplay doesn't even get a chance to shine. It doesn't. Like the hit detection feels bad. The UE5 just feels horrible. The optimization feels bad. If you play on anything other than high settings, the game looks horrible. But if you play on high settings, your frame rate's not good. If you have uncapped frame rate, the game lags. So you have to have a capped frame rate. If you change
cringe.
settings in the settings menu, they don't save unless you hit accept, and it doesn't tell you like, oh, you forgot to accept. Like hit that. There's no warning. You can't type in sensitivities. You can't, for some reason, we couldn't get Boger to play. Like, literally, NA to EU just doesn't work right now. In
That's a
game, we had
compatibility
one
issue.
really fucking sweaty game, and it was actually pretty decent. I could see the vision, but I feel like this is a lesson of, like, learning, like, be good at one thing. Don't try to be Overwatch, Valorant, COD, Apex, Realm Royale, all these things in one. The one shining thing I really did like was the mount battle. The mount battle actually felt really clean. Like, the gun bouncing a lot, obviously, was, like, you're not gonna have perfect accuracy while you're riding a fucking animal, but they felt good. Would I try
The mining aspect is horrible and boring. Yeah, because they took that from Fortnite. That's what I'm saying. It's like an amalgamation of all these like popular games because they didn't have a direction. How long did it take them to like make the game? Like what, 8 years? I think it was, they said. Yeah, it took them 8 years to make the game. They probably went through so many development cycles. 6 years, that's still a really long time. It's sad, yeah. 8 years for this. It's either between like 5 to 8 years. I can't remember which one.
again? Maybe. But dude, this is that at the end, like I know you might say skill issue, like genuinely, and I don't blame you for saying skill issue. But there's a couple of those shots at the end. I'm not joking. I clicked, and then a half second later, my bullet would come out. So, like, I would flick onto someone, and then you'd see me flick away, and the bullet goes off. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, hello? Like, I'm a flick aimer. Like, you click across. Like, you flick by them and click at the right time, and it was just so delayed.
I hate that.
So
you could chalk that up to maybe server issues, but I'm not sure.
And I don't know. That's why it felt so shit. Some people said it was because I alt-tabbed out, but it's like, I think the game just needed more time in the oven. There needed to be a
no, because they can't put it in the oven again. They're so delayed to the like battle royale shooter, hero shooter genre. Like that ship sailed like probably I want to say like 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, like it's so over. They should have released this game back then, and maybe that it would have probably been successful. Maybe like relatively successful.
Playtest, like I understand the route of like wanting to just hot drop the game and let people form their own opinion. I like in some way actually kind of respect that. So like you're not annihilated by like the gaming vultures who just want to use your game as like a hit piece. But now it's actually gonna be a hit piece. Like people are gonna say like it's Concord 2 because
gaming vultures is so strong just because people think something sucks.
Even though I don't think it deserves the title of Concord 2. It just needed way more time in the oven.
No, it's not as bad as Concord 2, but then the devs were freaking out and basically Streisand defecting and saying like, no, this isn't Concord 2, you're cringe, shut up, stop it. That's what made people double down on the joke that it's Concord 2.
And I think it could have. I think it could have been really good. It could have, but it's just not. It's just not there at the moment.
I don't think so.
It's not there, unfortunately. It is what it is. But I gave it a good shot, and I appreciate you guys for being here. thanks for spending your time. I hope you guys enjoyed being here because I enjoyed having you. That said, I gave it a good shot, guys. I gave it a good shot. I don't think they can fix all of those problems in a week. And I think they would need to fix all of those in a week for people to stay. I
don't know. I disagree. People's first impression is already cooked. If you played the game without even having an opinion and you stop playing after an hour or two, it's not going to change your mind just because you heard that they fixed one little thing. They fixed the strafing and shooting. It's that's not going to fix it.
So, you know what I mean?
People's first impression of a video game is really important. Cyberpunk completely proved that. Even though it did really, really well post fixes, people still had an absolutely horrible opinion of it. Cyberpunk survived. It survived through word of mouth, and it took years to fix. You're literally proving that. Cyberpunk and No Man's Sky absolutely had an awful launch, and even then, people still make fun of it and say how dog shit it is, even though it's improved massively.
Then we've got Necros' opinion. Early on, he was also saying it was all right. He was kind of comparing it to Apex, and then at the end
it was mostly PS4 and Xbox people. No, it wasn't. PC people absolutely had a horrible time. I had lots of friends that ordered the game day one, and their computers were just fucking shutting down, blue screen tearing. I remember, I think when the game came out, 3070s or 3080s were the top of the line at the time. And they were just fucking horrible. They had a horrible time. Some people had a great time. They just launched it. It was fine. But most people are complaining it was horrible.
Stream. Similarly, he just hated this game at that point. Seems like he's never going to play it again by the way he made it sound.
Yeah, I mean, I think the game's alright, but I mean, it's not I just feels like shit Apex. It just feels like shit Apex. I don't know.
And then, as mentioned, that takes us to his final opinion in this next clip.
A guard.
Yeah, even worse. Hello.
Whoa! What do you mean? We're not even sponsored. Yeah, we don't even have to talk nice. Yo, this game runs like shit. This game is fucking garbage. This will literally last maybe 2 days if it's lucky. 2 days if it's fucking lucky, bro. This game is cooked. Everyone already hates it and it didn't even fucking release, bro. It's just, I mean, okay, it kind of has aura and hype moments, but that's all there is to it. You know what I mean? There's just aura and hype moments, bro. That's all. It's just it's just boring. It's just fucking boring, bro. And it's so empty. And then it's just shit. It's just shit. It's a fucking disaster, bro.
We'll close with some of the top reviews on Steam. They're negative, but by top I mean they've got a bunch of awards and they're at the top of the list quite literally. All right, so
3v3 is not the right format for this game.
We've got this one that says 3v3 is not the right format for this game. The maps in this game are way too big for 3v3. The size would fit better for 5v5 or 6v6. The guns feel nice.
Especially with how ADHD, hero shooters and shooters are in general. You want constant action shit. This is not it. I don't know how it got through playtesting, how people okayed this and weren't oh, maybe we should increase it because it's probably going to fail at this rate.
Shoot but feel uninspired. Audio is weird because people sound like they're above you when they're actually in front of you, and vice versa. This game needs serious work in order to be what it was hyped up to be. Then we've got this one that says, Highguard is a Frankenstein monster nobody asked for. If you were to toss Overwatch 2, Apex Legends, Valorant, Rainbow Six Siege, and any generic survival shooter into a pot, but specifically only the worst parts about them, you'd get Highguard. Dang.
I told you, man. I told you.
Wildlight Entertainment wants you to believe this is a genre-defining PvP raid shooter, at least in their words. In reality, I think it's a confused, identity-less amalgamation of the last decade's most popular shooters sewn together without understanding the
If it came out in 2017, it would have been probably decent.
Soul of any of them. It is a game that answers a question nobody asked. What if we took the most frustrating parts of battle royales, tactical and survival shooters, and forced them into a hero shooter? You get this trash game, honestly speaking. They say, and they go on to define that even further, much further, but we're not going to read all that. We get the point. Yeah, they don't like the game. Let's take a look at one or two more here really quick. After 3 matches, I'm done. The structure of the game is just weird. The defensive stage doesn't make any sense when all the relevant walls have doors. It can be blown up anyway. In the looting stage, the map is too big and empty considering it's only 3v3, and the only thing in it are red and blue chests and the crystals, I guess. It would have made a lot more sense with a 10v10 mode or something. 3v3 just feels wrong, and you either get steamrolled or steamroll quick. Unfortunately, if you don't like the default game mode, too bad because that's the only one available. It's also just an ugly game, even when the settings are cranked to the max. Then we got this one that says, why does this run so poorly? Actual 2026 game moment. Listing their PC specs and saying, like, you have to actually try to make it run this bad. I'm impressed.
UE5 is notorious for it.
Disappointed seeing this came from some OG devs. Then we got a positive one here. Let's take a look at this. Or 2 positive ones. We'll end with these 2. Besides, that's only 3v3 and the FPS are rather meh on launch. I think this might be able to be a great game, but since no one will ever see this review anyways, honestly, at least my thighs are massive and very jiggly. Okay.
Even the positive reviews are like kind of mixed in some ways. They're like, yeah, you know what? At least the thighs and the boobies are kind of a little bit jiggly. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure.
That's great.
Upon completing my first game, I turned off my PC and went outside. The first time in 5 months. Thank you, Highguard, for giving me that experience. Truly one of the games of this year. So that was actually a negative review in disguise, but that's pretty funny. And yeah, you know, I guess we'll leave it there. You can see the list goes on with people explaining why they dislike this game. You're more than welcome to read more of these on Steam if you want. You know where to find it. Steam Highguard. And that's it for my video, guys. That's all the time I got for this one. Not looking great. Not looking great at all, but let me know what you think. Thank you for tuning in, and have a lovely week ahead.
Nope, no, I'm good. I'm good. I will consume the Marvel Rivals slop.